Hello, welcome back to Food Entertainment for my new opinion in and what I think of the new quality on Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge from 1985 in 4K. Again, this will not be a movie review. This is more or less how my opinion has changed over the years and what I thought about the HDR10 plus Dolby Atmos presentation of the movie and how much better it looks and sounds compared to previous versions of the film. Can you give me a second? I'm going to push this out a little bit. I'm really trying to show off the Nightmare on Elm Street poster as well. So I'll find a good way to do that while also having me in the frame and, doing cool stuff like show off, obviously, my free diver right here. So maybe if I sit up instead of lynching back, I can go ahead and do that. So Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge out of the 4K box set. How do I feel about this movie since the last time I reviewed it? Well, interesting enough, I demonized the hell out of it the last time, I believe. I believe that I said this is a good horror film and it has a good flow. And it's a very interesting nightmare movie, but I also did mention that I thought that there was way too much homosexual subtext in the film. Well, is my opinion more or less the same as it was back then? No, it's not actually. It's changed. I would say that Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 actually, to me, has kind of become kind of like Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, and which is certainly one of the best made for literally Halloween Day itself type of movie. And that is, in my opinion, the scariest one in the Nightmare on Elm Street series is probably going to end up being Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge for me. I felt that watching it this time in 4K with Dolby Atmos, that it really brought all that out. One thing I always kind of found interesting about it, and now we're going on to the quality section real quick. This one always looked brighter. It always kind of looked like a 1980s vivid, brighter type of imagery when it comes to the video quality in any medium, even the DVD. The VHS, more or less, that's the last time this film has really been grainy. But this always been kind of a lighter colored, movie compared to all the other 6 Nightmare films, I would say, except for maybe 4. 4 is kind of bright too. But the HDR10 really does bring that brightness out in a much bigger way and more defined. And another thing that makes this time around watching these movies, after watching them in 4K, is the fact that I actually did enhance my TV to where you don't have crushed blacks anymore. So that's what made, say, the last video I made, which was my return to Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1 in 4K. Talk about how much different it is, and that's part of the reason why. All I can say about the audio is pretty impressive, especially for a movie that only had 1-channel mono until the days of DVD. And the DVD didn't do much for it either. The original Blu-ray also didn't do much for it. This new Atmos sound presentation actually does breathe a lot of much needed life into Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. So where would this film rank today for me versus where I put it last time if I were to have done a ranking back then, which unfortunately I didn't in the early days of Food Entertainment doing movie reviews? I would have to say I would actually put this one way high up. I wouldn't put it at the rock bottom. I actually would put it way high up, probably in the top 5 or top 3, possibly. But we'll have to wait to see where I rank them when I get to the last part of these 7 little short videos I'm making right now. So, haven't seen Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge in 4K. Unfortunately, you can't get it by itself. yet. That might happen. You have to get at least this box set to watch 2 through New Nightmare in 4K. But this is me letting you know if it's worth it. And so far, going into this box set is definitely worth it, for lots and lots of ways. So that's what I gotta say about Nightmare 2 in 4K. I'll see you guys next time for my updated opinion in quality of the next film. Until then.